Most decorating problems don't start on the job. They start before it. They start with expectations that were never properly set. You think you're on the same page. The customer thinks something else, and you only find out when the job's already underway. That's when arguments start. Extras get awkward, and payment becomes a discussion instead of a given. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Before we get into it, quick context. I've put together a short 5-minute business assessment for painters and decorators. It shows where things like expectations, quotes, and boundaries are already slipping, often without you realizing. There's no fluff, just a clear picture. You'll find the link in the description below. Now, let's talk expectations. The first mistake decorators make is assuming common sense. You assume the customer understands prep. You assume they know what a finished job realistically looks like. You assume they understand what's included. They don't. Customers fill in the gaps themselves, and their version is usually more generous than yours. That's where problems start. Setting expectations begins when you quote, not when the job starts, not when something goes wrong. A quote isn't just a price, it's the first place expectations are set. 3 things must be clear: what you're doing, what you're not doing, and what changes the price. If any of those are vague, the customer will decide them for you later. Finishes are a big one. Customers see perfect rooms online and assume that's normal. They don't see the walls you're starting with. If walls are rough, patched, or uneven, say it. Explain the level of finish they're paying for. Good trade finish, higher-end finish, or perfection, which costs more. If you don't explain this early, expectations rise while your price stays the same. Prep is another common flashpoint. Light prep means different things to different people. Spell it out. Scraping where needed. Sanding to a reasonable standard. Filling obvious defects. And be clear about this part. If more prep is needed once work starts, that's extra. Customers accept extras when they're warned early. They resist them when they feel surprised. Now let's talk about changes. This is where good jobs drift. The customer asks for one small extra. You do it to be helpful. Then another thing. Then another. By the end, they think it was all included. Set this rule before the job starts. Any extra work is priced and agreed before it's done, even if it's just confirmed by text. That one boundary prevents most arguments. Another expectation people forget to set is disruption. Decorating isn't invisible. Dust, drying times, rooms being out of use, delays if something unexpected shows up. If customers know this in advance, they cope. If they don't, they complain. Here's the key point. Setting expectations isn't being awkward. It's being professional. It protects you, and it protects the customer. Most people don't want surprises. They want clarity. If you regularly find yourself arguing about what was agreed, the problem usually isn't the customer. It's the expectations that were never properly set at the start. That's exactly the kind of thing the 5-minute business assessment highlights. It shows where expectations, quotes, or pricing are likely to cause problems later. If you want a clear picture of where your business stands right now, the link's in the description below. I'll be breaking down pricing, quotes, expectations, and customer control properly on this channel. Subscribe if you want jobs that run smoother, fewer arguments, and fewer headaches.